Go.
Hi, today we're going to be presenting Project 2, the oral briefing.
Okay, we'll start by introducing ourselves. My name is Mashat Chaudhry, and I am a junior at Wayne State University. I'm also majoring in biomedical engineering.
Hello, my name is Logan Jackson. I'm a senior at Wayne State University, and my major is computer science.
Hello, my name is John Hyaduk, senior at Wayne State University. My major is linguistics, and I've been a software engineer in my career.
Hi, my name is Ali El-Ziadi. My major is civil engineering, and I'm a senior at Wayne State University.
Okay, now that we've all briefly introduced ourselves, let's talk about the plan for this presentation. So first, we'll talk about our topic description. During this time, we'll also be mentioning our objectives and research problem. Next, we'll talk about possible benefits from this research. On the contributions our members will be making, our qualifications, and how we will communicate with each other. Next, we will be talking about our team accountability and then our schedule. Okay, let's start the discussion. So the topic we'll be focusing on is promotion or advertisement. We'll be focusing on the organization Hospitality House Food Pantry. This is a nonprofit organization that provides food and assistance to those in need. In recent years, it also provided emergency transitional housing. So our objectives for this present research is first to focus on who we should target for promotion, like what demographic will be best to target for the organization itself, who will be most helpful for organization, so who should we target the most for doing promotion. Next, we'll be talking about what we should be promoting, what information we should promote most to effectively promote our organization. Next, we'll be talking about where we should promote, what locations will be best, what social platforms, and then also how we should promote it. Should we promote through flyers, surveys, word of mouth, social media platforms, things like that. Essentially, our research problem will be what is the most effective promotion strategies for increasing volunteers and donations.
There are many benefits to this research project. One being the different research for getting volunteers to work for nonprofit organizations. It also opens the awareness to the problem of bringing funding and volunteers to the project.
So what I will be contributing to this research is that I will process the information from the primary research. I'll be also doing my own secondary research. In order to help with the research, I'll be delegating tasks to other members so they and make sure everything is cohesive and everyone knows what they have to do.
So I will be editing the videos, doing some secondary research, and then just completing any other assignments and tasks that our team leaders provide, and basically anything else.
I'll be reaching out and communicating to the decision makers of our primary organization, but we're going to, besides getting information from Hospitality House, we'll be talking directly with the director, but we have several other organizations that may have similar issues, may have similar obstacles this year, especially where they've had problems that have never really occurred to them until we've had a health emergency like we have now. And so we're going to try to compare the data and see if there's any commonality, something we could use to help our target organization. And talking with the director of the boards on several of the different groups that we'll be talking to, we ought to be able to come up with some idea of what worked and what didn't, and help package that so we can give it back to Hospitality House. I'll be I'll be taking the information in, organizing it enough so the researchers can then further and more deeply organize it and dig into it a little more. Then at the end, we're all going to assist in the recommendations once we get all of our data summarized, analyzed, and have some good points to go on.
What I will contribute is I will help with the research process, and I will be known as the group scheduler to make sure that everything is done on time and nothing is late. Also, I plan to give some design to the project to make it look more professional and easy to present.
So some of the qualifications I have to complete this project would be back in high school, I've worked with some charitable events. For example, setting up a 5K run/walk for autism, in which I helped set up the tables and the course. And then I also have some experience in some research projects from other classes I've taken both in college and in high school.
Okay, so the qualifications I have is that I have experience in processing large amount of data. In fact, I did a project about this in a previous class where I was given a huge amount of data and I had to process it so the viewer or the user will be able to get exactly what information they wanted. I've also organized and supervised events in the past, and I also have experience in research projects. So I know how to research things and what to look for.
I have quite a bit of experience. My family and I have over the years worked with different food distributing organizations helping feed the needy, and talking to the people there as you go and talking to some of the directors and people who run the place, we get to see what the real business issues are when it's running normally. And this year it's been running as best as it can to hold it together because of some restrictions they've had and the health impacts maybe on their staff, volunteers, and even their clients who are receiving the food. I've developed different consulting reports for companies based on gathering some raw data, trying to put it together to see what kind of conclusions we can draw from that, and coming up with recommendations based on those conclusions. And that's in the IT computer systems area.
I have lots of experience with charity work at local religious centers where, like, at least once a month, my family would help out with charities, especially for a lot of foreign countries. Um, I help run a family business, so I have a lot of connections, which could be very good for the researching process, where we might need to have some connections and call people for more information.
So to communicate and keep the team together as we're doing all this remotely, and each of us are going to have different aspects that we're specializing in, we're going to communicate using WhatsApp. And most people will be on mobile, but there's also a laptop we can use. And this will be for all online discussions as we need to. When we need to make a decision, and we've already done this, we put different pros and cons out, asked questions, and came to a decision. And we'll have a regular process, but we'll have some way of keeping track of where we are based on where we started out from. And so the main tasks will be broken down into some smaller tasks, and they'll all be assigned to different people. And on Sundays, we'll get together, have a short review of what every member is doing, what they finished. If there's anything in their way that the group or the group leaders, different people who've got different specializations, they can help with. And in some cases, we'll even change assignments if that's needed, just to make sure we get the job done on time.
So all members of our team will be held accountable to complete the tasks in which they are assigned. Each member is responsible for completing the contributions that they have chosen to do, which we talked about on the contribution slide. And if a team member is willing to contribute to the project, first we will warn them as a group, and then if it continues and doesn't stop, we will then go to the professor to make sure that the problem is handled.
So for the course, for the project schedule, the needs assignment is due on October 25th. The progress report presentation is due on November 1st. The formal proposal document and presentation are both due on December 18th. And then the performance review / collaborative evaluation is due on December 20th. Keep in mind that these are the major projects, and each one of us will have smaller roles that we'll complete throughout the weeks of these projects. And my role as the schedule planner would be to make sure everyone is doing their tasks on time.
To add to this, as previously mentioned, we'll be meeting up every Sunday to make sure to look over the task and see what we have to do. This way we'll be able to make sure that we're on track on time, that we're not going over or we're not too slow. So this way, yeah, so that's one thing we'll be doing for our schedule. So essentially, our research topic is what is the most effective promotion strategies for increasing volunteers and donations. This is what our research will be encompassing, and this is a question that we are trying to answer. In order to answer this, we'll be targeting the hospitality and the nonprofit organization to better focus our question and get specific answers.
And we have described just a plan that's been time tested, but from our reading and from other real world experience, so that if we do the things the way we said we're going to do them, we'll be able to come out at the end with conclusions that we can make a presentation back to that research organization and hopefully help them out.
Yeah. Also, for this research, we will
Okay, thank you for listening to our project and for our oral discussion of our project. And we're excited to see where this project goes. And hopefully we'll have an amazing project to present to everyone. So again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.